It's Madden NFL 23 on EA.
The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway in Foxborough. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers for him from a week ago: 16 carries, 53 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And we've got an injured player, and that's Travis Kelce, who appears to be in a bit of discomfort. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, there's something that tackle has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Commander's going to bring out the field goal unit from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is right there. It's good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, They just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taken at the goal line. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
Give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be second in a couple. First carry for Najee Harris. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go, shh.
There is a hush indeed. The Patriots send out their punter. DeAndre Carter back deep. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 41, Jackson. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. On the move to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. That's caught by Werner, the tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
That's complete to the tight end, Werner. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. This defense for the Pats, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this down only to the 18. On 2nd and 9, Jackson being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Swift. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Jackson. And that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone. But it's incomplete. That's the drive that spans all that time, and yet you able to come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady road wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Patriot offense heading back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for. And remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down in search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Patriots 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. The Patriots at 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Lewis. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the 1st quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6-0 our score after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw. And able to complete it to Moreau. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Harris running straight ahead. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw here. And he's got it. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. They'll set up a throw. Touchdown! Foster Moreau. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Well, down in this part of the field, CD, they'd love to get him the football. And right there, a little pitch and catch for the score.
Yeah, and he's such a weapon when it's that close to the end zone. And they love being able to rely on him to make those kind of catches. Talk about trust, talk about confidence, and he produces.
Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high power. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Jackson. And it's incomplete. Charlie Warner, the tight end, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver. And it results in an incomplete pass.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer,
I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they run in to tackle him at the 28. That'll bring up 4th down. They wound up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. This is Harris on the draw. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 65 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. Anyone who watched Najee Harris at Alabama knows the kind of strength that this guy runs with, and he's continuing on that path here at the next level.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
The coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Patriots. Foster Moreau, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Patriots have regained the lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 5. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it ends with a New England touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. And this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
On 3rd and 2, your job is to get 2 yards, period. If you get more, that's great. But bottom line, pick up the 1st down and keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They go play action with Jackson. Williams brings it in. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Chandler Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage. But right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw here complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and that will keep this a 2-point game.
Looked like he might have overcompensated there for being on the right hash because you've got to make sure you get the angle right. But that time he started it too far left and winds up hooking it way too far.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And this one is right through, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Broncos who are out in front. Keenan Allen, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This taken in at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
He'll buy some time right. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll find Moreau here. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're quite crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll try and run here with Swift.
Shifts by him. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Jackson. This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington. K.J. Osborne.
His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Point after, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
New England trying to get a place on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse
Harsh charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Second and 5. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw again. Catch made, it's Moreau. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. On second down, this is Harris. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Caught right side, Davis. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on third and a yard.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Buying time to his left. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still a very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
The Commanders' offense returning to the field. With the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
It's Kelsey on the ground.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 34-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's Swift. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Swift. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just...
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Aiden Hutchinson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing is Jackson. Under pressure, they got him again. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, is he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aiden Hutchinson. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. Well, the current playoff picture, and you can see they are one of those 3 wildcard teams, at least for the moment, but they have not clinched that spot, Charles. And look, their message has been clear. We're keeping our foot on the gas to the very end.
And how about the theater and the drama that's involved, partner? The best part, we've got a front row seat to it all. And I think this is obviously the ultimate goal when they added a 7th seed to the playoffs back in 2020. More drama, more teams in it late in the season, and more importance on games like this.
89 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line.
It's 43-yard line. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They hand this off to Harris. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend. Touchdown! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Forced out to his, and he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the 2-point try.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for
chart.
1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Now it's Jackson.
Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to have a Commander's first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now a give right side Swift.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
65 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Swift.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Jackson now. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 30. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Right back to Swift again on second down.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of first down around the 22. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4 down, 4 coming. Gotta kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for a fourth-quarter lead. And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Patriot offense back out, getting set to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this one is incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. It was the linebacker, Shaquille Leonard, who applied the heat. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jackson on 1st down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson now off the bootleg. sliding out of the pocket. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now Jackson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Running is Swift. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And this will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. And this one is right down Broadway. And it will push the lead up to 5. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly